guys, so I'm over here at Nick's house again. You know, the guy that I got the yard machines riding mower without the engine. So as you know from my last episode with Nick over in Medford, Long Island, he had a Yardman 4-wheel steering lawn tractor. So as you know, I traded my snowblower for his the yard machines. Well, then he says he needed a push mower, so that green push mower that Frank the UPS guy told me about, the one that I changed the 2 front wheels with, anyway, he needed a push mower. So I'm trading him the push mower for my snowblower back. I'm fine with that too, you know what I'm saying? So essentially, I'm trading my push mower that I got for free for 2 riding mowers without engines. That's fine, because I have 2 engines at home that I want to put in these 2 riding mowers. As you know, I'm really intrigued about the 4-wheel steering one. So I'm over at his house. He's on another deal right now, and he's not here. But he said just go ahead and start loading. So I'm going to load it up now. So here it is right here. This is the Yardman 4-wheel steering. It's rough, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just intrigued by the 4-wheel steering, you know? My friend used to have a Honda Prelude, you know, back when in the late 80s, early 90s, that with 4-wheel steering. And I drove that thing. I loved the way it steered. Anyway, so got my van over there with the ramps ready, and I'll just start loading until Nick gets here. It free rolls. At least it did. There we go. Filming with one hand, pushing and turning with the other. I'm going to load it up backwards this time. Just hooked it on like that. And let's see what happens. Retract. Will I even have to go and turn the wheel, or will I be able to just take it in without touching it? It looks like it's going a little crooked. I have to touch it. I think that'll do. Uh-oh. Cool beans. Good morning, Long Island! It's the next day, and instead of my own snowblower back, I figured the guy was like just giving it to me back because you know, he didn't want it or something. And I says, oh, well, if you don't want it, you know, you shouldn't have made the deal in the first place. And he was like, no, I just didn't have anything to trade back with you, you know, and I figure I'd give it back to you. And I says, well, do you want to keep it? He says, oh, well, I know I'll make more money with that. And I says, well, that's cool, man. What else you want to trade? And so he's like, well, I got this edger. I says, I think my mom could use an edger over in Queens. This doesn't have the cover, but runs and everything. Tecumseh. Ugh. Whatever. I've had an edger before. I never kept it. I always sold it. But, I don't know. I have so many snowblowers. I didn't really want it back. You know what I mean? He also gave me this engine off of another riding mower. He says that has no compression, so he gave it to me. I'm going to check and see if the connecting rods are attached. Or connecting rod is attached. And, hey, maybe I'll use this engine for that. That's right, fellas. This is my first ever 4-wheel steering lawn tractor. I'm so excited because while I know that with a four-wheel steering mechanism, you're more likely to have major problems, you know what I mean? But this seems to work right now, so I'm gonna try to get it going right around my yard and do donuts. Engine's gonna be messy. Engine out. Run me over. Easy. Here's the engine. He says there's no compression. You know, guys, I've never seen an engine like this before. Doesn't have any markings on it. And I've never seen one that looked like this before. I want to say it's a Kohler, but only because of the starter, you know? But I don't think it is a Kohler. It doesn't look like the style, you know? Could it be a Tecumseh? I really don't know what this is. I'm gonna have to try to figure it out. There it is. It's the Yardman four-wheel steering. Got a hitch on the back. Got a good seat. Decent. Pretty rusty. Free bungee cord. Scorsese. Gonna have to pump up the tires, even though I think the fronts are good. I think one of the rears is good, and the other one is just a little bit low. I think they hold air. And this is actually good, even though you can see that there's a spot where it's dry rotted, you know? And this one's a little soft, but it seems to hold air. I can't work on this today because I've got 2 or 3 other things that are ahead of this. This will be placed in queue at Mowers and Blowers repair line. Take a ticket and please be patient. Here is the other side of that engine. Cowboys and engines. Man, it doesn't say nothing. ACN. I don't know, man. This might be a Chinese engine. I don't recognize it. Even the carburetor. It's got a fuel solenoid on it. I don't recognize any of these levers and throttles and governors, and I don't recognize that fuel filter. Doesn't say nothing. I'm at a loss. Leaking some Earl. Overhead valve. Guys, let me know if you know what kind of engine this is, okay? So I think Nick was right. I'm taking my finger, just my finger, and I'm just rotating it. Now I think the connecting rod is attached, because I hear it, right? But this thing freely moves with one finger turning the flywheel. So there he's right, there's no compression whatsoever. So, I don't know, I'm going to take the valve cover off and see. It looks like a relatively clean engine. There's hardly any grease or oil anywhere. It looks like a new engine practically, you know. But maybe the push rods came loose from the rocker arms, you know, and who knows. But it's just hard for me to believe that a new engine, I mean, a new looking engine, you know, has no compression, you know. I mean, definitely possible, but sounds like the connecting rods are still attached, because I hear some kind of a air wheezing thing, and you wouldn't have that if the piston wasn't moving. See that? I'm thinking it might be a Tecumseh. In which case it's kept in really good conditions, but if it's a Tecumseh. Ignition, throttle, amp meter. I've got a choke here, a separate choke. It's going to be an issue because most engines, single cylinder, the choke is connected to the throttle, which means I have like a difficult connection to make. It's got no hood. Deck looks okay. It's got muffler. And it actually rolls very well and seems to turn very well. No battery. Ooh, lucky enough to have the model number still. So just so I could save space in the garage and kind of analyze this engine, I'm gonna just place it on. I'm gonna place it on top of the. I'm gonna place it over here onto the Yardman. By the way, I found out that this is a Chinese Powermore engine, 420 cc's. It's a Chinese clone engine. That's why there's never any markings. Because they don't, when you tell them that it's not a Briggs or a Kohler or whatever, what? It's a Chinese clone engine? I don't want that. They don't exactly have a great reputation, you know, for reliability and stuff, so that's why the manufacturers, they don't tell you what kind of engine it is, because, well, they want to sell the thing. We'll just put that there because it's taking up too much space. Hey guys, support my channel. Buy a sticker. Also follow me on Instagram @MowersBlowers. Check out my website, mowersblowers.com. See you guys on the next project. Have a great day.
see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.